Additionally, Mahomes is eyeing another monumental achievement, surpassing the legendary Tom Brady's record of 7 Super Bowl titles. A victory in this year's Super Bowl would bring Mahomes to 4 titles at the tender age of 29, cutting the gap between him and Brady, the most decorated quarterback in NFL history. Despite the intense pressure that comes with the pursuit of greatness, Mahomes remains focused and grounded. The quarterback's commitment to his team is clear, and his resilience is evident as he leads the Chiefs through yet another successful playoff run. However, Mahomes' journey to success isn't just confined to the football field. Recently, Mahomes celebrated a significant personal milestone, the birth of his 3rd child, a baby girl named Golden Ray, with his partner Brittany. The timing of the birth, which occurred during the playoff season, could have posed a challenge for many athletes, but Mahomes managed to balance his family life and his professional responsibilities with grace. Last Sunday, the Kansas City Chiefs showed once again why they are one of the title favorites. A solid win against the Houston Texans, led by none other than Patrick Mahomes, and a monstrous performance from Travis Kelce left us filled with pride, but also with some concerns. Despite the win, we can't ignore one critical point. Our receivers were underwhelming. DeAndre Hopkins, Hollywood Brown, and Juju Smith-Schuster finished the game with 0 combined receptions. Yes, 0. That's something we simply can't replicate against a team like the Buffalo Bills. The most concerning thing is that this offensive absence forces us to rely solely on Kelce, and while he is one of the best tight ends in history, we need a diverse offense to compete at a high level. The Texans game was a clear warning. Either the receivers get in the game or things could get complicated on Sunday. If we look at the numbers, the situation is even more alarming. Against the Texans, Mahomes threw 4 times to Hopkins, Juju, and Brown, and we didn't have a single reception. It's a frightening statistic considering the talent of that trio. If we want to have a chance against Buffalo, that needs to change immediately. The good news is that Mahomes himself has already recognized the problem. In the post-game press conference. He emphasized the need to involve the wide receivers in the game plan. This self-criticism is essential because the Bills are not the Texans. If we want to win, we can't rely solely on the Mahomes-Kelce connection. Numbers don't lie, guys. So far, the Chiefs have the potential but lack the consistency. On Sunday, there will be no room for error. It's all or nothing, and the offense needs to rise to the challenge. Chiefs Kingdom deserves a full performance. Patrick Mahomes is not only a brilliant quarterback, but also a leader who understands the moment. After the game against the Texans, he made it clear we need to get our receivers involved, and he is absolutely right. Against the Buffalo Bills, we will only win if everyone contributes. That all-in-one mentality is what makes the Chiefs so special. It's time for DeAndre Hopkins, Hollywood Brown, and Juju Smith-Schuster to show why they're on the roster. They have the talent to shine, and the stage is set. What's missing is consistency. And this week will be crucial to getting that right. If Mahomes and the receiving core can connect on Sunday, the Chiefs' offense will be tough to stop. The question now is, are they ready to take the next step? Chiefs Kingdom is confident they are, and we're here to support every play. Everyone knows the Buffalo Bills have one of the most explosive offenses in the NFL. Josh Allen is a phenomenal quarterback, and the team has weapons like Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis who can cause a lot of problems. If we want to win, we need to match or exceed that level of offensive production. However, this will only be possible if our offense is dynamic. And we can't rely on Kelce alone. We need Hopkins, Juju, and Hollywood to step up and turn the Chiefs' offense into an unstoppable machine. This isn't just a necessity. It's the key to reaching the Super Bowl. Sunday's game is more than a clash between 2 strong teams. It's a test of who can be more efficient, who can make plays when it matters most. And the Chiefs have the potential to pass that test as long as everyone is ready to give their all. Now, here's the good news. The Bills' secondary has problems. Against the Baltimore Ravens, they gave up 254 passing yards, and that was against a quarterback like Lamar Jackson, who is known more for his running than his passing. If Lamar managed to expose the Bills' defense, Imagine what Mahomes can do. Let me know how you're feeling in the comments. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more daily content. Thanks for being part of the Chiefs Kingdom. The Kansas City Chiefs are absolutely dominating this season, and there's no question about it. They are on track to become champions once again. The team is firing on all cylinders, with every player stepping up and delivering jaw-dropping performances week after week, whether it's the electrifying plays from Patrick Mahomes, the aggressive defense, or the strategic brilliance on offense. The Chiefs are a force to be reckoned with. What makes this team even more dangerous is the incredible chemistry they share. There's a perfect balance between the players, as if every piece of the puzzle has fallen into place. You can see it on the field, the trust, the teamwork, the unspoken connections. This isn't just a collection of talented individuals. It's a well-oiled machine that knows exactly what it's doing. But let's not forget the mastermind behind it all, Andy Reid. His leadership, vision, and football IQ are absolutely irreplaceable. Every game is a testament to his ability to adjust strategies, make the right calls, and keep his players motivated. Reid's influence on the team goes far beyond X's and O's. It's about building a winning culture and instilling the belief that they can conquer any challenge that comes their way. They were all wrong about the Kansas City Chiefs, so today we'll be going over that and 3 other stories. Make sure to like this video. And if you want more Kansas City Chiefs news and content like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel by hitting that red button below. The first story is that Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs are heading to the AFC Championship game following a 23-4 win over the Houston Texans. The Chiefs secured their 7th consecutive AFC Championship game appearance and will now await the winner of the matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and Buffalo Bills to learn who their next opponent will be. After the win over the Texans, Mahomes took to social media to share a few photos from the game while sending a clear message about the Chiefs' road ahead. Mahomes finished the game with 1 passing touchdown and 177 yards, completing 16 of 25 attempts. He helped the offense produce 212 total yards and 14 first down conversions. The Chiefs struggled to find offensive consistency, but Mahomes' experience helped Kansas City seal the victory with 10 points in the 4th quarter. Heading into the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, the Chiefs had the 2nd highest odds of winning the Super Bowl, just behind the Detroit Lions. The final score represented a 9-point advantage, but the game remained close throughout much of the contest. The turning point came early in the 4th quarter when the Chiefs were leading by just 1 point and facing a 3rd down in the red zone. Rather than settle for a field goal, Mahomes, while being tackled by a Texans pass rusher, fired an 11-yard touchdown pass to Travis Kelce. Mahomes was being taken down forward as he released the ball, and in what turned out to be yet another miraculous play, the touchdown extended Kansas City's lead to 8 points. That touchdown was unbelievable, said head coach Andy Reid. That was incredible for Patrick to be able to get his body in position to make that throw. I thought it was great. Houston, which had compiled a 15-play, 82-yard touchdown series that took up more than 10 minutes of the clock on its drive preceding Mahomes' touchdown, netted just 14 yards over its next 2 drives. Kansas City then added a field goal after the latter Texans series, effectively putting the game away. Mahomes completed 16 of 25 passes for 177 yards and a touchdown, leading the Chiefs to his 16th career postseason victory as a starting quarterback. Those 16 wins are tied with Joe Montana for the 2nd most in NFL postseason history, trailing only Tom Brady. This is unreal, and I tell the fans the same thing, Reid said. We are very lucky to have him here. The stuff he's doing just doesn't happen, and that's why he's the greatest at doing what he's done in his relatively young career. Mahomes' favorite target throughout the night was Kelce, whose performance marked his 9th career playoff game with at least 100 receiving yards. This outing broke a tie with Jerry Rice for the most such games in NFL postseason history. People say that big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games, And that's just how simple it is, Mahomes said. And he's one of those guys. He doesn't let the moment be bigger than what it is. He just goes out there and executes at a high level, just like he does in the regular season. He just does it at a little higher intensity in the playoffs. The next story will discuss how Patrick Mahomes is chasing history in multiple ways during the current NFL season as the quarterback of the Kansas City Chiefs, the reigning back-to-back Super Bowl champions. He is just 3 wins away from an unprecedented Super Bowl three-peat, which would solidify the Chiefs' dynasty and place Mahomes alongside the greatest quarterbacks in NFL history. Achieving this feat would elevate his legacy even further, showcasing his ability to maintain excellence and consistency in the most critical moments. In addition, Mahomes is also aiming to surpass Tom Brady's legendary record of 7 Super Bowl victories. A win in this year's Super Bowl would bring Mahomes to 4 rings at the age of 29, narrowing the gap between him and the New England Patriots icon who has dominated the league for 2 decades. Mahomes' pursuit of Brady's record has sparked considerable debate, with many analysts wondering whether the young star can surpass the record before his career winds down. Brady's dominance in the postseason, particularly his unmatched longevity, has set a high bar for Mahomes, who still has the prime years of his career ahead of him. However, before Mahomes can turn his attention to breaking records, he and the 15-2 Chiefs must first overcome the Houston Texans in the upcoming divisional round. The Chiefs, who earned the top seed in the AFC, had the advantage of sitting out last weekend's wild card round. In contrast, the Texans advanced by defeating the Los Angeles Chargers 32-2, setting up a matchup with Kansas City. Despite the Texans' strong performance in the wild card game, the Chiefs are overwhelming favorites to secure a victory. Should they proceed to the AFC Championship game, Mahomes will continue an impressive 14-year streak shared with Brady, where every AFC title game since 2011 has featured either Brady's Patriots or Mahomes' Chiefs. This enduring dominance began in 2011 when the Patriots triumphed over the Ravens, followed by Baltimore's revenge the following year. From 2013 to 2018, Brady and the Patriots consistently reached the AFC Championship, facing teams such as the Broncos, Colts, Steelers, and Jaguars. The only exceptions during this run were the losses to Denver in 2013 and 2015. Following Brady's victory over Mahomes in 2018, it has been all Chiefs, with Andy Reid's team making the AFC Championship game every year since. The Chiefs clinched wins against the Titans in 2019, the Bills in 2020, but were defeated by the Bengals in 2021, one of only 3 playoff losses for Mahomes, the other being to Brady's Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Super Bowl 55. Kansas City bounced back in 2022, defeating the Bengals and later the Ravens, continuing their dominance in the AFC. If the Chiefs manage to beat the Texans on Saturday, they will extend the Brady-Mahomes stranglehold on the AFC Championship game into its 14th season, cementing their legacy as one of the most dominant teams in NFL history. Mahomes' success in the divisional round has been particularly noteworthy. Since he became the Chiefs' starting quarterback in 2018, he remains undefeated in divisional games with a perfect 6-0 record. Over these games, Mahomes has completed 70.4% of his passes thrown for 1,813 yards, 16 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions with an impressive passer rating of 115.8. Adding a third Super Bowl victory would put him in rare company, with only a handful of quarterbacks in NFL history ever having won 3 championships. This historic pursuit has added another layer of intrigue to the Chiefs' playoff run, and with Mahomes at the helm, expectations are at an all-time high for what the team can achieve this postseason. As Mahomes continues to break records and lead his team through the most challenging stages of the season, it is clear that his legacy is being written in real time. His drive to chase down Brady's record will only add fuel to the fire, with fans, analysts, and football historians eagerly watching every step of his career trajectory. Mahomes' relentless pursuit of greatness has already transformed him into one of the NFL's all-time greats, and a third consecutive Super Bowl championship could cement his place in history as one of the best to ever play the game. In the second story, Kansas City Chiefs superstars Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce continue to make waves both on and off the field with recent accomplishments and heartfelt gestures that reflect their leadership, impact, and camaraderie. Their milestones are not only breaking records, but also touching lives beyond the football field, demonstrating what it truly means to be role models in the world of sports. At just 29 years old, Mahomes is chasing history in multiple ways this NFL season, cementing his legacy as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. As the leader of the Kansas City Chiefs, the reigning back-to-back Super Bowl champions, Mahomes is just 3 wins away from achieving an unprecedented Super Bowl three-peat. This would make Mahomes the first quarterback in NFL history to win 3 consecutive Super Bowls, a remarkable feat that could solidify his place in history.